this is Dan Lynch, Deputy County Executive, convening the Contract Administration Board meeting for April 12th, 2021. In attendance is Honorable Andrew Joyce, Chairman of the County Legislature, and myself. The Albany County Clerk, Bruce Hidley, is unavailable, so we'll be proceeding with the two of us. I'm now going to hand it over to Commissioner David Riley of our Department of Management and Budget for the calling of the meeting.
Thank you, Deputy. So there is no minutes to review for this meeting. So we'll start directly with contract. Oh, sorry, I did not have those in front of me. So first, let's go through the minutes from February 8th meeting. Does everyone agree with those? Does anyone see any issues?
I've had an opportunity to review. No objection. I'll make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
Thank you, gentlemen. And for the March,
All in favor?
all in favor?
Aye.
And for the March 8th, 2021 meeting agenda minutes.
I'll make a motion.
And Dan Lynch will second.
All in favor?
Aye. You want me to call or you want to call?
It doesn't matter. You go.
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right. So item number one is contract number 6220. Department is the correctional facility. The scope of service is annual software and maintenance to the offender management system previously purchased with prior resolution 406 of 2001 at the correctional facility. The vendor is DSI ITI Inc. The term is 1/1/21 to 12/31/21, and the amount being $34,520, 100% county funding. Any comments for contract number 6220?
Pretty self-explanatory. Sole
Okay.
source.
I'm sorry, Mike, did you say sole source?
Yep.
All right. Any other comments or questions? Make a motion.
Andrew, I'll make a motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Contract passes.
Thank
My
you.
understanding that the next contract number 6231, based upon actually I'll just defer to Chairman Joyce, but it's my understanding, Chairman, that you need to recuse yourself from this contract.
Correct.
Okay, so for the sheriff's office, we're going to push this one to the side. The clerk, Mr. Hidley, and myself will convene a special contract administration board meeting in the very near future to hear this matter.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Next contract on the agenda is number 6216. This is for the service of physically handicapped children. The vendor's name is James McGinnis and Associates. The scope of services: training, support, and consultation for a preschool software program for the submission of payment claims for related services providers and to collect Medicaid reimbursements for New York State Department of Health. Term is 4/1/21 to 3/31/22. The amount of the contract is $21,000, and this is also 100% county funded. Any
comments?
comments?
So this is the McGinnis software system. This is a sole source. It enables DCYF to navigate the complex rules and regs related to funding preschool special education, and really ensures that the maximum reimbursement is provided for this from the state is obtained by the department. It also eliminates hundreds of thousands of pages of paper, helping us remain green.
That's great. Any questions or comments? This is Dan Lynch. I will make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Contract passes. Next contract is number 6225. This is for the Children, Youth, and Families. The vendor's name is Equinox Inc. Scope of service: transitional independent living program, 100% state aid to support independent living program for the homeless youth ages 16 through 20. Term of the contract is 1/1/20 to 12/31/20. The amount is $56,806. This is 100% state funded. Any comments?
So this is a supervised group residence and apartment living for homeless youth. It's from last year, so the program already commenced. The state didn't give us this aid back until around February of this year. So it's last year's money, but it's an important program to help support homeless youth.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Open the floor for motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Contract carries. Next contract is number 6226. This is also Department of Children, Youth, and Families. The vendor's name is St. Anne Institute. Scope of services, emergency youth shelter, 100% state aid to support homeless youth ages 13 through 17. The term of the contract is 1/1/20 to 12/31/20. The amount is $36,949. Again, this is 100% state funding. Any comments on this one?
This is St. Anne's Emergency Youth Shelter. It's right on their premises. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year shelter for any youth experiencing homelessness or runaway for 13 to 17-year-olds.
Any other questions or comments? This is Dan Lynch. I will make the motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Contract carries. Next contract number 6232. The department is Children, Youth, and Families. Again, the vendor's name is St. Anne Institute. The scope of services for provision of specialized independent living skill services as per the Chafee Act for 15 to 20 slots at a monthly cost of $2,500 and a total contract not to exceed $30,000. Term of the contract is from 4/1/21 through 3/31/22. The amount is $30,000. This is broken down by fiscal impact of 8% county, 12% state, and 80% federal. Any comments?
This is for children transitioning from foster care, so getting ready to age out of foster care. And it's independent living skills. So St. Anne's will work with them to kind of bridge them to adulthood, find employment, whether it be vocational, education, or just a straight out job, help them with substance abuse, mental health, find them health insurance where needed, and just find them stable, affordable housing.
Okay, thank you. I'll open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Contract carries. Passes. Next contract is contract number 6153. This is for the nursing home. The vendor is Leading Age New York. Scope of services, Leading Age New York will provide education programs as part of the New York State Department of Health Advanced Training Initiative program. Shaker Place is mandated to use this association for the program, lessons, training, and booster programs. It's a 12-month term. The amount of the term is $51,000. This is 100% county funding. I'll now open the floor for comments.
Yes, thank you. Leading Age New York is our association. They're part of the Advanced Training Initiative, has been chosen and approved by the New York State Department of Health. Even though this is paid for through the county, we actually received Advanced Training Initiative dollars. It's not really a grant. It's paid for those nursing homes that have good retention and recruitment records. They have some statistical report that they do this evaluation, and we are, as stated, mandated to conduct specific programs that foster additional retention and recruitment of staff.
Larry, I have a question in regards to the start date of the 12-month term. Do you know when the start date is?
It'll be at the signing of the contract. We're ready to go. Everything's been approved by the health department. I did go to the ledge, just I want to point that out, that I did go to the ledge to actually receive the money, which we already received. As soon as the contract is written, it'll start.
Okay. Any other questions? I will make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. All opposed? Contract passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Larry. Next contract, number 6210. This is for maintenance, roads, and buildings. Vendor is Gorman Brothers, Inc. Scope of services is joint and crack sealing of various county roads. The term is for 7 months, 5/1/21 to 1/30/2021. I think that should be 1/30/22. The amount of the contract is $99,000. This is 100% county funded. I'll now open the floor for any comments. Commissioner Raimondo, you're on mute.
Thank you. Sorry about that. This is our yearly contract with Gorman for crack sealing. We're going to be crack sealing about 23 miles of county roadways this year. It's a very cost-effective way of preventative maintenance for preserving the condition of our roadways.
And am I correct, Commissioner, that the end date is 1/30/22?
Yes.
Okay. Now we'll open the floor to other comments, questions. We'll take a motion.
Andrew Joyce will make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6227. This is, again, maintenance, roads, and buildings. Vendor, various as per attached spreadsheet. Okay, the scope of services is for various crushed stone items purchased by Public Works as needed for various jobs throughout the county for road maintenance and repair. The 1-year term, 5/1/21 to 4/30/22. The amount is $90,000 and again is 100% county funding. I'll now open the floor for any comments.
Hi, yes, this is our yearly crushed stone bid. It goes to various vendors throughout the county depending on their bid. It's based on the distance that they are away from wherever we're delivering the stone to. This is a cooperative bid and it's open to other county highways and the city of Albany.
Thank you. Any other questions? This is Dan Lynch. I'll make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract carries. Next contract is number 6228. This is for maintenance, roads, and buildings. Vendor, again, various as per attached spreadsheet. The scope of services is to purchase asphalt items by Public Works for various jobs throughout the county for road maintenance and repair. A 1-year term commencing 5/21/21 through 4/30/22. The amount is $48,000 and it's 100% county funded. I'll open the floor for any comments.
Hi, again, this is our yearly asphalt material bid. Various vendors are participating in this. It is our cooperative bid open to other county highways and the city of Albany.
Any other questions? I'll open the floor for motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Contract carries.
Dan, if I may, backing up to that Gorman contract, the first one,
Yes.
you had asked about the term. So this is something that happens very quickly. They generally start the project and end it within a month. So this is good until November 30th, 2021. That is correct.
Oh, so it's November 30th, not January 30th.
Correct. So
November
it's
30th.
correct as stated in the letter.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Commissioner. The next contract, number 6171. Department is the sewage treatment. The vendor is David Frew Contracting. Scope of service is removal and disposal of incinerator ash from the lagoons at both the north and south plant. The term is from 5/1/21 to 11/30/21. The amount of the contract is $90,500. This is 100% county funded. I open the floor for any comments.
Thank you. This is our yearly contract for the disposal of incinerator ash tied to our sludge processing. David Frew was one of 3 bids. They were the lowest responsible bidder.
Okay, any other questions? Comments? Now open the floor for a motion. Dan Lynch will make the motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6254. The department is, again, the sewage treatment. The vendor is Kester. Kester?
Yeah.
Kester Associates. The scope of services is purchase and delivery of Vogelsang pump parts to the water purification district. The term is from 4/12/21 to 4/11/22. The amount of the contract is $90,000. This is 100% county funded. I'll open for comments.
Kester was the only bidder for this. Basically, they are the authorized representative for the Vogelsang pumps that we operate here. The contract is structured for 1 year with an option for a 1-year renewal.
Any additional questions or comments? I'll now open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6255, in the Department of Sewage Treatment, and the vendor, GAMI Air Monitoring LLC. The scope of services is to permit required air testing of both the north and south plant incinerators. Term of the contract is 5/1/21 to 12/31/21. The amount, $35,785. This is 100% county funded. And now open the floor for comments.
This contract is for the emissions testing at both our north and south plant incinerators. GAMI was one of 2 bids received and was the lowest responsible bidder.
Any additional comments or questions? Dan Lynch, I will make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract is number 6234. The Department Building Services, the vendor Titan Roofing, Inc. The scope of services is to request the approval of the labor agreement with Titan Roofing, Inc. as the primary vendor for emergency roof repair services beginning April 1/21 through May 31/22, with a not to exceed a total of $99,000. This is 100% county funded. I now open it up for comments.
Yes, these are our trade labor agreements with different aspects of the trades. Titan Roofing won the bidding by their pricing for the roofing. Any emergency repairs we have on roofing that we don't have warranties on. This is also would be the first year of a 3-year, possibly 3-year contract. We can go out. We do choose to go out and renew the contract for 2 consecutive years. We can, depending on what we do with it.
Any other questions or comments? Now open it up for a motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6235. The department is Building Services. The vendor is Debrino Caulking, Inc. The scope of services is the request for the approval of a labor agreement with Debrino Caulking, Inc. as the secondary vendor for emergency roof repairs for a term of April 1/21 through May 31/22 with a amount not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funding. I now open the floor for comments.
Yes, this is a secondary vendor for the roofing, any roofing that we have. If we choose to, we don't choose to go with the primary, we can always go to the secondary, depending on the pricing that they give us, or we can always go out and get a 3rd bid from another vendor to make sure that we're getting the best possible pricing.
Any other comments or questions? This is Dan Lynch. I'll make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract number 6236, Department Building Services, vendor Colette Mechanical, Inc. Scope of services is the approval of a labor agreement with Colette Mechanical, Inc. as the primary vendor for emergency plumbing services. The term begins April 1, 21 through May 31, 22, with an amount not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funding. I now open the floor for comments.
Yes, this is the labor trade agreement with Colette. They were the lowest bidder on this part of the contract for emergency plumbing services.
Any additional questions or comments? Open the floor for motion.
It's Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6231. The department is building services. Vendor is BPI Mechanical, Inc. The scope of the services is to request the approval of labor agreement with BPI Mechanical, Inc. as the secondary vendor for emergency plumbing services. The term is to begin April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. The fiscal impact is 100% county funded. Now open the floor for comments.
Yes, again, this is our secondary for the plumbing portion of it. If we do not choose to use the primary, we can always go to the secondary for pricing.
Any other questions or comments? This is Dan Lynch. I will make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6238. The department is building services. The vendor is Maller and Company. Scope of services is requesting approval of a labor agreement with Maller and Company as the primary vendor for emergency painting services. The term is to begin April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. The fiscal impact is 100% county. I now open the floor for comments.
Yes, this is for painting services. If our painters can't, our county painters can't get to it, especially with dealing with 1164 with the judge's office, they usually want them painted right away. So we would have this vendor on contract to go in and do the painting.
Any other comments or questions?
Yeah, this is Andrew. I think you kind of explained it a little bit, Mr. Latina, but other than, time and urgency, I mean, I understand what emergency roof repair is and emergency plumbing and electrical work, but what exactly is emergency painting other than time?
It's like, for instance, that we blew a pipe through a wall. And we had to get, the plumber in there to get the plumbing done. And then we have to get emergency contractors in there to do that in emergency painting along those lines with different laborers, different labor trade agreements.
Okay, just wondering. Thank you.
I'll now open the floor for a motion.
It's Andrew Joyce. I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Contract carries. Next contract, number 6239. Department is building services. The vendor is Debrino Caulking, Inc. The scope of services is to the approval of a labor agreement for Debrino Caulking, Inc. as the secondary vendor for emergency painting repair services. The term is April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This again is 100% county funding. And now county funded. I now open the floor for any comments.
Yes, again, this is the secondary for the painting. If we do not choose to use the primary, as far as pricing goes, we would go to the secondary.
Any other questions or comments? Dan Lynch will make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, number 6240. The department is building services. The vendor is Maller and Company. Scope of services is the requested approval of a labor agreement with Maller and Company as the primary for emergency masonry services. The term begins April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funded. Open the floor for any comments.
Yes, this would be for masonry contracting as far as brickwork and or mortar work. If somebody hits a wall or along those lines, or a garage door, DPW starts to fall in, if we need that done right away, would you use a masonry contractor?
Or a county legislator. It's not all on DPW.
Any other comments or questions? I'll open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce will make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, contract passes. Next contract number 6241. The Department of Building Services. The vendor is DeBrino Caulking. The scope of services is a request for the approval of a labor agreement with DeBrino Caulking as a secondary vendor for emergency masonry repair services. The term is April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This, again, is 100% county funded. I open the floor for any comments.
Again, this is the secondary. If we don't choose to go to the primary, we can always go to the secondary for better pricing.
All right. Any other questions or comments? Dan Lynch will make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, 6242, Department of Building Services. The vendor is BPI Mechanical. The scope is a request for an approval of labor agreement with BPI Mechanical, Inc. as the primary vendor for emergency HVAC services. The term April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funded. Open the floor for any comments.
Yes, we would use these contractors in case we have our maintenance contracts and we can't get them in there to repair, heating and cooling. We would call them up to give us a pricing on coming in to do that.
Any other questions or comments? Open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce will make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, 6243. Again, building services. The vendor is Colette Mechanical, Inc. The scope of services is to request the approval of a labor agreement with Colette Mechanical, Inc. as the secondary vendor for emergency HVAC services. The term is April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This again is 100% county funded. I open the floor for any comments.
Again, we would use them if we decided not to go with the primary, we would go to secondary for pricing.
Any questions or comments? Dan Lynch will make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, 6244, Department's Building Services. The vendor is McBain Electric, Inc. This scope of services is to request the approval of a labor agreement with McBain Electrical, Inc. as the primary vendor for emergency electrical services. The term is April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for any comments.
Yes, we would use this contract for any kind of emergency electrical work we needed to be done in any of the county facilities. McBain is always treated us good, and it's good company.
Any other questions or comments? Open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, 6245, Department of Building Services. The vendor is Harold Clune Electrical. Scope of services is to request the approval of a labor agreement with Harold Clune Electrical as the secondary vendor for emergency electrical services. The term is to commence April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funded. Open the floor for any comments.
Yes, these would be the secondary. If we do not choose to use the primary, as far as pricing goes, we can go to them for better pricing.
Any other questions or comments? Dan Lynch, I'll make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract number 6246. Again, this is building services. The vendor is Malor and a company. The scope of services is to request the approval of a labor agreement with Maller and Company as the primary vendor for emergency general contracting services. The term is to commence April 1, 21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funding. I open the floor for any comments.
Yes, we would use this, and, as I stated before, as a general contractor for the trades, labor trades. If something was to happen in one of the buildings and we needed to get repaired right away, we would use this contract as general contracting.
Any other questions or comments? Open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Contract passes. Next contract, 6247, Department is Building Services. The vendor is Eckert Mechanical, Inc. The scope of services is to request the approval of a labor agreement with Eckert Mechanical as a secondary vendor for emergency general construction services. The term is 4/1/21 through March 31, 22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funded. Open the floor
Again,
for comments.
which this is the secondary. We just have them there for better pricing. If we don't really like the primary's pricing, we can always go to them for secondary pricing.
Any other questions or comments? This is Dan Lynch. I'll make the motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Two more, Commissioner Latina.
Yeah.
All right. Contract number 6248. Department is Building Services. The vendor is BPI Mechanical, Inc. The scope of services is to request the approval of a labor agreement with BPI Mechanical, Inc. as the primary vendor for emergency boiler repair services. The term is 4/1/21 through 3/31/22. The amount is not to exceed $99,000. This is 100% county funded. I open the floor for any comments.
Yes, this is for our boilers in all the buildings. In case we can't get a hold of our regular maintenance people to come in and we need them on emergency for boiler repair, we would call them.
Any other questions or comments? Open the floor for a motion.
Andrew Joyce will make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. Last contract for the day is contract 6264. The Department is Building Services. The vendor is Debrino Caulking Associate, Inc. The scope of services, the scope of work includes the installation of a new wall to replace partially removed, ruptured, damaged exterior precast concrete wall and installation replacement of new Centria Intercept entry rain screen wall panels to be joined with existing panels at the TU Center CPL elevator machine room. The term of the contract is 5/1/21 through April 30, 22. The amount is $59,841. This is 100% county funded. I now open the floor for any comments.
Yes, a couple of months ago, we had a freeze in a 10-inch line on the Market Street elevator, which loaded up the elevator shaft and blew out a wall there. This is for the repair on the wall itself. Debrino was the lowest responsible bidder on this project.
Any other questions or comments? This is Dan Lynch. I'll make a motion.
Andrew Joyce will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Contract passes. That concludes today's Contract Administration Board meeting and agenda. I'll now take a motion to close the meeting.
Andrew Joyce, I'll make the motion.
Dan Lynch will second. All those in favor? Aye. Contract Administration Board is adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Great
much.
day.